Hey guys, I'm David, and this is the Ridgeview and Vanguard Tech PD. This is the second topic. This is all about the Technology Integration Matrix, or the TIMS. So, the Technology Integration Matrix. Welcome to the Matrix. And so, I know many of you are probably asking, what is it? Well, the Technology Integration Matrix, or TIM for short, is a tool that illustrates how teachers use technology to enhance learning. Basically, it takes 5 characteristics of a learning environment and combines them with 5 levels of technology integration to create what amounts to a technology rubric, a technology use rubric for the classroom. And why is this important to Fulton? Fulton uses this as a system to collect technology integration data. And so if you don't know what the highest level is, how can you get there? So that's the reason that we're going over this and seeing this. And the assessment's going to be that you actually assess yourself. And so what are the 5 classroom characteristics that it asks for? The first is active, and it's asking, are your students actively engaged? Second is collaborative. Are they collaborating? Constructive is the third. And do they connect to prior knowledge instead of just intake of knowledge? Fourth is authentic, and do students connect to things outside of their learning environment? Do they connect to the real world? And the fifth is goal directed. Do they follow a process in the assignments that they do? And so if you've got those 5, what are the 5 levels of technology use? First is entry, and this is the lowest level. It's tech is used to deliver content. Adoption is the next one up, and that's where a teacher directs the students in kind of a conventional use. Think like giving the students an iPad and letting them research. Third is adaption, and adaption is where students start exploring the tech tools, so they start using a lot of different things. The fourth level is infusion, and it's where the teacher provides context and students get to choose the outcome. So not only are you exploring and creating, you're also getting choice. And the last one is transformative, where it provides the higher use of tech tools and higher order thinking skills. And so the whole question here is, how do you move up the TIM? How do you get a higher rating on the TIM? The first thing is give students choice. And giving students choice is a major principle of personalized learning. Let the students play to their interests and their strengths. It does not mean, though, that you have to set them loose. It's okay to have guidelines in the classroom, and you can limit choices to things that are achievable. For instance, if a student goes and says, I'm going to build a full-scale robot, that may not be the perfect choice. You don't have to let them take that choice. And if they want to go beyond the choices that you give them, have them clear it with you first. Have a plan on how you're going to handle that kind of thing. The next way to move up is to let them collaborate. We all know group assignments are an art in teaching, handling group work is an art, but it's a big part of the TIM, and it allows students to get different perspectives, and it's engaging. And so have guidelines on how this will work. Have planning on how it'll work. Think out the process that the kids will actually take to create their assignment. The next thing is let them create. And this is a major part of the TIM and personalized learning. You let them digitally create things like videos, websites, audio, animations, games, and much, much more. And the iPad gives you lots of options to do that. And think about how all the ways that you could actually use one single tool. For instance, with movies, you can create all different types of movies, like commercials, like PSAs, like news broadcasts. There's all different types of movies that you could create that could fit in your curriculum. Another aspect of it is connected to the outside world. We're truly in the age of the classroom without walls. Anything to connect it to the outside moves up the TIM. And think of things like interviews with experts as an example. And then the last thing to move up the TIMs is make them plan. Have a process in the assignments that you do. And a typical process, what the TIMs really looks for is to have goal setting, planning, monitoring progress, and reflection pieces all within your assignment. And oftentimes the reflection piece is important because it's where the learning really comes. So the next question is, do I have to be transformative every day? Because it does sound very hard. The answer to that is no. It's virtually impossible to be transformative every day. And so use the TIM as a measuring stick to find out where you need to go. Direct instruction is still okay, especially if you get into the lower grades, but we must make that direct instruction as engaging as possible.